Hi, everyone. Come on in. Say hello when you get here. If you're watching now, you are catching my replay. Um, Hit hashtag replay. Let me know you stopped by. Always love to know who visited. Um, and if you have any comments throughout the video, feel free to leave a comment. I will get it, even if it's a replay. So I'm just waiting for a few people to get on here. Um, and we're going to be working on some more junk journaling today. A brand new one, which is always fun. It's always fun. I was a couple minutes early, so. Hi, Kathy. Good morning to you. How are you today? Just waiting for some other people to hop on. I'm excited about this journal. I love starting new projects. I love finishing projects and starting them. The middle, not so much. I mean, they're all fun, but sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, when am I gonna get this thing done? And I made a big project out of this one, even though it's a little one, but we'll see in a minute here. So, oh, you're finishing your breakfast? I'm sorry. I was up at 2:30 a.m. again today, so I'm ready for lunch when I get off of here. Hey, Molly. Hey, Robin. All right, listen, I'm just going to go down to the desktop and then whoever pops on, because I have a lot to go over today. So, where we left off yesterday is, shoot, buried under here somewhere. Was, well, we did this. I glued it down. And we did this, right? And I actually cut some of this out. I did not finish doodling on the rest of this because I'm not sure that I want to, but I did want to do this for a tag. So I made this tag this morning. And it's just blank on the back right now. I may stamp it. I may do something else. I may repeat this pattern on the back. I have enough left to do it. Um, and then I just took my little Sharpie and I went in and I created like dots and then just these random swirls. I had had my coffee look, they're not very straight, like they're little jaggedy. But but yeah, so that's what I did this morning was just trying to get ahead with making something and I wanted to see how it would work. I'm trying to keep the most real estate I can. So I did end up getting pretty much of the side in here. So I was like, well, I'll just put some dots in it. And I think it turned out cute. So we'll see. Okay, then this is going to be a 5x5 journal and it's going to have a 1-inch spine on it. And what I did was I took my boards that I use and I cut 5x5, 5x5, 1x5. And then I just took my masking tape and went over the center on this side. And then I painted it with black paint to try and hide it. Okay, and then the only other, because we're going to do this now. I already did the back, but I found this paper. Hold on. I need to pull up my page. I'm very, very sorry. Um, very, very sorry. And then I got to turn on my volume. Okay. So I made, oh, I'm working backwards. I was doing, okay, here. Wait, where's the thing? So I found this scrapbook paper, you guys, and it's double-sided, but it has like this really cool texture on it. So I wanted to use it as my background, and you'll see why in a second. So I want to start with the cover. Where the heck? Oh no. I'm gonna probably get in your face again here. I lost my back. No, I didn't. It's right here. Okay. Or my front cover. So this will be the back or the front cover. We'll see which one turns out better. Now, in hindsight, what I should have done is wrapped my spine ahead of time. But I did find a piece that I want to use as the spine. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here right now. And it's just literally just a print that I took. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Lori. Sometimes I answer in the backwards comments. I'm sorry. Sometimes I read down to up, which is kind of dumb, but I don't know. I just do. So I want to put the spine in here. Now I'm doing something different I haven't done before. And that is that I'm wrapping. Don't ask me why did this, and now I have to do the same thing to the other cover. But I literally took a piece of cardboard and I wrapped this on it and then glued it down. And then we're going to do a really cool montage with these puppies on here. Okay, that's my plan. So where I want to go after well, let me make sure this is all the way down so he can dry. Okay. And I'm fine that you're going to see some black through here. I really don't care. If I wanted to, in hindsight, I would have put fabric down or I would have wrapped my paper and then put the cardboard down on top of it. But I didn't. So this is what we're left with. So again, this is double-sided. It's really cool paper. And the JJJ. All right. I don't, hold on. Put this back. What am I doing? All right. So I'm going to glue down, this is a 5x5 piece. And then I'm going to miter the sides. I'm just going to get this glued down real quick. I'm using Fabri-Tac for this because this paper that I'm using is it's weird. It's like a cloth, but it's not. It's like between a leather and a cloth, and I don't know. It's really strange. So I want to put this down as centered as I can. I need to move this down a little bit, and it's not going. Okay, here we go. Nope. Come on. Come on, buddy. All right. Okay. Now I just got glue all over me. And then I'm just going to do a quick miter to the sides, just leaving a little bit of room. Hardly any around the corners here, so I can just tie this up. Now, this is going to take a second for me to get this to lay down, so we just have to be patient. But I wanted to show you how I do this. For those of you that don't know. And then we're going to have fun. We're going to get the colors back out. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining us. All right, this is a tight squeeze here, folks. So hi, Nicholas. Come on in. It's nice to meet you. We are working on a junk journal. I'm actually just doing the background for the cover right now, so it's nothing exciting yet, but we're getting there. Patricia, I was thinking about you after yesterday. I hope you're feeling okay. Bet you're glad that's over with. Okay. So put this side down. As tight as can be. This paper is so thick, you guys. And it will work because this is how I did the backside of this. I should have cut it a little bit bigger because some of these smaller sides are like, they don't want to, well, they are now. So then that's what it'll look like on the top. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look so cool when we put stuff on it. It's gonna look so cool. This is not gonna like necessarily have a theme. Welcome anybody that's new. I am in the suburbs of Cleveland, Ohio. I live right by Lake Erie. Can almost touch Canada where I live. So it's chilly and rainy today. It is going to be highs in this like around 62 today. Next week we'll get into the 80s where we should be. Oh, you found me through Miss Mel? I love sweet Mel. She's been so good to me. I'm glad. She's helped me out. I'm new. I started a year in April. It has been a year, but I worked full time. So I was only on a couple times a week and I wasn't promoting myself and um I lost my job. So here I am. I'm here all the time now. So stop by anytime you want, Nicholas. Well, hi Kathy Webb. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm doing some junk journaling these days. So, yay. Oh, that made my day to see you, Kathy Webb. Okay. So, I mean, it made my day to see everybody, but I haven't seen Kathy Webb in a while. So, you know what that's like. All right. So, this is done. So then this is why I did them separate was because I was going to wrap the spine around and I forgot to do it. So now we get to glue. I mean, isn't this so exciting so far? Now we get to glue this down on here and then we'll move on. Yes, Nicholas, I'm actually going to do one with Mel and Michael for the Golden Books on June 25th. If you want to contact me separately, I'll talk to you more about that because I am starting to do that now. And so I'd love to talk to you about it. Just probably not right now. You know what I mean? Um, but you have my Facebook thing, and I do have messaging open on there. Man, oh man, I'm getting glue all over the place. Hi, Nancy. Um, Kathy, Kirstens, did I answer you? Why don't I get my phone out of the camera? I, um, I turned my furnace on this morning. I had the air on yesterday and the furnace on this morning. So yeah, you can round the corners when you get that paper that has like a really square edge to it. You can go ahead and push it down or you could use your bone folder to do it. All right. And then we're going to just want it to be flat. Oh, this is the back because I wanted this little flower at the top. So that's the binding. And I already started on signatures, you guys. I have one that's done. And I'm going to glue my signatures in this time. I'm not going to sew them. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing we're gonna get to. I have 2 signatures to go in here. Don't ask me how many pages because I lost count. That's why this is gonna be a huge project. Okay. Well, just send me a message, Nicholas. That would be great. And then I'll get back to you offline. Okay. Okay. Enough of that. So anybody that's new, this is what we did yesterday. We did paper weaving yesterday where I made this print and then I took it apart and made a tag out of it this morning. And I just literally took my Sharpie and like did little doodles on it. Dots, circles, they're not the best, or spirals, I mean. They're not the best. Um, but I did that and it's too big, so I'll probably have to cut the bottom off or do something where it can hang out, which I don't mind things hanging out, but we're not to that point yet. But I did do that. Okay. So guys, I also cut down and printed, and we're gonna have to cut these more. But I want to do another. The tag is so neat. Thanks, Kathy. Forgive my squinting. I know my glasses are up here, but I don't know what's more annoying, me squinting or me constantly putting my glasses up and down. Um, so I have these, and I have this idea. Again, this is going to be the cover. So what I'm going to do, well, I need to move them down a little bit. I don't want to take over the whole cover. I want to leave some white space, if you will, on the top, like on the top and around the sides. So this is the 3M Delicate tape. That's not going to rip anything. So far, it hasn't. Okay. So then I'm just going to start weaving things over and under through here. And I am leaving room for black space in between it. Um, I do polymer clay mosaic. I'm mixed media. I'm mixed media. I do a lot of polymer clay. Right now, I'm into junk journals and folios. And I'm having the time of my life doing this. And I think we just need one more. Which one do I want? I think I want this one. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and I'm randomly, well, these are too long. So let's start there. You guys that know Laura, she's calling me. She knows I'm on a live. She's not home today to watch, but okay. So I have that. I'm almost thinking I have one too many. I want this to be smaller for what I want to do. All right, let me cut these off, and then it's going to be a matter of trying to center everything. I'm randomly cutting them anywhere I feel. Skinny as they are, I didn't even get all the way through that one. And we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to cut these down before I do that. Oh, I did go around and ink. I didn't think you guys wanted to watch me ink all these. So I did go around and ink all these, and they are on a glossy cardstock. Other than that, I've used pretty much paper for everything, except for the cover. Okay. Crooked is as crooked does. No rhyme or reason. If I cut one too short, then we'll have to go and redo it. Now here's here's where everything starts to fall apart. Come on, guy. Okay. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. Believe it or not. I'm doing something really random on here. Just don't want to lose my weave. So technically it goes this way. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Now, what will she do with this? Well, if I don't mess it up, I'll show you. I'm just trying to get my desk, you guys, right now, I have so much going on. All right. So I just want to create this like little random pattern. So now it needs to be glued. And I'm going to use art glitter adhesive. And I'm just going to start up here. I need to get something down. You never know what it's going to look like until after it's down. Okay, now once these stick down, I should be able to play a little bit more. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that so much. I got to go back this way a little bit, guys. Okay, I'm not worried because this stuff dries clear, but I got to get this middle guy down. I don't know if this glue is going to work with this shiny stuff. I know the Fabri-Tac will, though, so let's just give it a minute and see if it's going to be all right. Because this paper is shiny, and so is what I printed on. I wanted it to be as vibrant as possible, and I wanted to have a little bit thicker stock. And I was afraid if I printed on regular cardstock, I would get it would be muted. So it was regular cardstock or gloss, and I hated to use my gloss. I don't have much left, and it's really expensive. But I just did a little bit for the cover, so I was like, okay, we'll do it. Yeah, I might need to go in with Fabri-Tac. Let me see what happens here. Oops, wrong thing. Probably gonna have to. Okay. Oh, it's working. It's not, I was gonna move this down and I can't. So that'll be the cover. And then we're gonna put something in the center of this. Oh, this one isn't glued down at all. He's just like, hello, you forgot about me, lady. So I think what I'll do, let's do this. Um, oh, they're both kind of going the same way though. Uh-oh. That's better. That's much better. Okay. The only thing about this glue is I'm so afraid I'm going to lose this little guy. Hold on, my computer wants me to do an update right now. Cancel that. Maybe later. Oh, thanks, Lori. Okay. So then, and I'm not ready to do this. We're going to do this after a little while. But I was thinking I could put this heart in here, but it might be too big. So then I have this little heart that I could put in the center and just like stamp around the edges to give it some depth. But I want something in here. And I also wonder, hold on, I have so much stuff I don't know where to start. We're gonna have, sorry if this is too loud. We're gonna have little flowers on the inside. I'm gonna take a few of these out. Well, just two for right now. I don't know, but we're gonna put something over this. It might not be those. I have, trust me, I have embellishments out the wazoo, so we have a lot to choose from. Okay, right, front, and maybe we'll do something. I don't know what we're gonna do the back yet. But what I wanted to show you guys is I'm doing my signatures a little bit differently in this one. Oh boy. Um, I have two. Hold on. I have things falling is what I have right now. Hey, anyone that watched my disaster of binding when I couldn't find my needle, don't worry. I'm like all set up to do this one. Um, so I already have one done. So let's do this signature. Um, I am going to do this, like I started saying, I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to the outside and I'll show you why. And the outside is white for a reason. Okay, and I'm going to go back up. You can go back up the top or the bottom. And then back through the center. If I'm moving too fast for anyone, I'm sorry. Okay. So I always tie on here because I'm a big baby and I'm afraid I'm going to lose everything at once. It's too hard for me to watch two loose ends of a needle. So then I'm going to go under here. Oh, wait, this is not where I wanted it to tie. I just did this backwards. Okay, we have to do this again. I'm sorry, I did it backwards. I wanted to tie where the white is because we're going to be gluing that down. I'm not going to be sewing in the spine. I'm going to be gluing it. That way it'll open. I'm going to have a lot of pages, and then that way it'll open flat. And I'll show you what I mean as soon as I redo my mistake. Okay, so I need to come in this way. You're not gonna see any of my binding, is what I'm trying to say. Back through the center. Okay, this is the outside. It's gonna fold like this. And you can do this with your regular journals too. It makes it really pretty. Um, so you can have, and I'm going under this here, and then I'm gonna tie it. It makes it really pretty, and you can even hang beads from it and everything. It's really cool. But I'm gonna be doing a different, I'm not gonna do that this time. I did it on another one. I didn't like how I did it. So then I'm just putting 2 little knots in here, and I'm cutting these really, really short. And I'm going to put a piece of masking tape. Masking tape has been like my best friend lately, and I don't need this much. I'm gonna put a masking tape over it just to kind of do that. So instead of decorating the inside of my binding, I am going to glue, I got to make sure it's right side up. I'm going to glue down my signature first page. That's why this side is white. Okay. And then we're going to do the back signature. Now, I don't like when glue gets through my papers, so I like to spread it out with my fingers. And that also ensures me it's getting to all the edges. Do you want to wipe my fingers off though? Because I don't want to pull off my print, which could happen with how messy I'm being. And I'm going to ink, so I don't care that some of that black is sticking up a little bit. Just want it to get in here. Okay. And I'm going to show you why I'm doing it this way. Instead of sewing through the binding. First of all, it lays flat on every single page, no matter where you are in your journal. Okay. So, but I'm doing 2 signatures, so I have to get the other one in here. All right. And then I already did this one. I just found, you guys, I just found like papers that I thought like, well, there's a lot of just plain white copy paper in here because by the time I decorated or the back, like I used the back sides of paper too. Um, so, oh, Nicholas, you're so sweet saying hi to everybody. Thank you. Um, but yeah, then there's a lot of white pages that we have to decorate. But then in between, I put these. I don't have any envelopes in here. I'm going to decorate every page after I get them glued in. And I also made them bigger than the book. I don't think this one matters which way it goes. Okay. So I didn't do the flowers on the back. I'm almost out of this stuff. Yikes. But let me, when I get this glued down, I'm going to show you why I like to use this sometimes. Now, like when we did the watermelon and strawberry folio, I did the little one. I just sewed it right into the spine, right? Which is fine. I do that a lot. But for this guy, because I have so many pages, I wanted to make sure I had room. And like I said, I made these pages intentionally a little bit bigger. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm getting crooked here. Okay, there we go. I can fit a third signature in here if I want. But anyway, I'm going to be putting something along the inside edge of the covers, so these pages aren't going to hang out. But I didn't want them to be minuscule compared to once I decorate the cover. So I was trying to think ahead, believe it or not. I really was, I promise. All right. Man, I'm like moving along here today. But anyway, what I like about this is that when you open it, of course, this will all be decorated. Every single page falls flat. Like, I have to go through here still and push them down, but they have the capability to all lay flat. They don't do that um big like warping. Okay. So you just need to go in and make sure. And I do that as I'm decorating them. I'll just make sure that they're all down. But then once you do that, you can open up to any page and it just lays flat. Okay. And then the other thing is you can open it all the way. So I could definitely use one or two more in here. And if I want to do that, see, I got to see how thick these pages get, which is why I'm not doing two more signatures yet. But if I did want to do two more signatures, I do the same thing I just did, that same method, and I glue the front of the signature here and the back of another signature here, and then glue them together in the middle. And then you don't know where it starts and stops unless you're looking out here. Does that make any sense? Is this helpful? I hope it's helpful. I'm loving the front of this. It's so wackadoo, but I'm not thrilled with this little gold heart. I like the flower, but I feel like it needs something else. And maybe I would have to wait until after I do the insides. And then if I run across something while I'm working on the insides. I'm looking at everything I have. Thanks, Lori. It's a very cool method. Not mine. I learned it. I don't like that either. I just love that flower though. No, that's covering up everything we just did. Do you guys know I sell these molds or castings? I buy like all the expensive Zuri IOD and Prima. I have a live from Friday night. I'm still selling stuff from my replay. It was Friday night. I have a live. If you're interested, I don't have this one on there. This is a newer one that I haven't launched or released yet. But they're like $3 and $5. So if you want to do this with your projects. Now the butterfly I don't mind, but I think I want to find a smaller one. So I'm going to have to think about this for sure. The other thing I have, so you guys know, I think most of you know, I do polymer clay. I could do like, no, 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 maybe. Whoops. It stuck to my finger and it flew. Maybe So I made all these out of polymer clay. Um, that matches too much. But maybe one of these. Oh boy, I don't know. Something like that and put the flower in the middle. See, something like that might work. But I am gonna wait. I'm gonna like sleep on it for sure. Oh my gosh. My phone is ringing off the hook today. But I like that, or I like this one. Yeah, I make all these little embellishments out of clay, and maybe we'll use some in here because this goes with the theme. Like I have these little flowers I made. Okay. um, like I have this little heart. And they're all in the same color scheme. Okay, let me put this stuff away because I'm just gonna sit here and you guys are sitting here and I'm gonna be like, do, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I really don't know. All right. These are all going back in the bag. I'll remember that we did this. I'm gonna leave my little flower out on my desk with all the other junk that I always say I'm gonna leave out on my desk. Hot Mess Express is right here. Okay. So like, okay, so that's the cover. And then somewhere on the inside, we'll do something like with this tag, which will look really cool. Um, I wanted to do, I kept all my scrap stuff. I'm sorry, my dogs are barking. One of them anyway. Let the fun begin, right? So I still want to incorporate this somewhere. And I still want to incorporate the corner that I did somewhere. Now I goofed it up here when I glued it down. So this has to be cut here, which is fine because we only have 5 inches. Maybe I'll cut this. See, this is why I was okay with just using regular printer paper that's really thin, because I'm going to end up, it's going to get thick by the time I glue everything into it. So maybe I'll cut this down to 5 inches just so we can get a look-see at it. Um, and I'm holding on to this because you never know. And then anybody that wasn't here yesterday, I have to show you something that came out. Okay, this is a 5x5 now. And this would make a really cute little, if we do an envelope or something, that would be really cute. So I'm saving that. Yesterday, I'm sorry I'm in your face. Okay, so yesterday when I did this, when I cut off the edges, right? I ended up with this flag that was going to be scrap. So this might even work really cool here. Maybe not. But I think it'll work somewhere or hang off the top somewhere. Like, can you imagine if that's on one of the pages? How that would look? Sticking up. Oh, you can't see because I have that behind it. But yeah, I think that would look really cool. I'm not gonna do much more. I know I'm quickie when I'm on here. I'm almost done. My dogs are driving my husband crazy. So, I got to think about a place for this. We have this, we have the other page. And then from all the pages I cut out, I have all of these to work with. So I think what I'll do for tomorrow is we'll start doing some pages in here and I'll get prepared so I know which pages I want to do and what I want on them. And then we can build that. Does that sound like a plan? Oh, hi, Agatha. I'm so glad you came back to see me. I'm actually just finishing up. I haven't even been on an hour. Um, but the replay will be there as soon as I was gonna say hang up. I'm aging myself as soon as I'm off of here. We worked on a different way of doing spine. Some people know what that is, some people don't. Um, this will get covered up, you know, but the pages all lay flat and I love it. But I only put 2 in. And the other thing I like about this is I can add another signature anytime I want. And if these pages get too bulky, then I don't have to add one. Thanks, Molly. Thanks, Agatha. Yeah, this is a little out there, but it's totally my style. I tend to go back and forth, but these are like grunge flowers, but aren't they pretty? So you have like abstract, this, and then, yeah, I went through my scrapbook paper this morning. And then I cut up a whole bunch, and then I printed this one. And then that's what I used on the back page here. I love this piece here. There's 2 of those in there somewhere. And then I still have the paper I used on the cover too, that maybe I can put like on the front. Well, that won't work. I could do something with it. This could go on the front of this signature to tie in. I don't know. I have to work through all that. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I I'm just having a blast doing this. Yeah, I put this in sideways like a dummy. My copy. So I'm gonna have to mostly cover that up. Even if it's not the whole thing, I don't care. Maybe I'll put something in the center. Maybe we'll do an envelope on that page. Okay, guys, I'm really not being very helpful here. I'm just thinking out loud. Hi, Marcia. It's okay. I'm actually about done. My replay will be on though. This is just a 5x5 junk journal, but it's going to be big. It's an inch thick. And we've just been talking through, I did paper weaving yesterday. So everybody's kind of like, okay, you've already said this 7 times. So I think with that being said, I'm going to get going. Oh, thank you so much for sprinkling. Um, yeah, I have all of these pages to do. Of course, I'm going to leave some blank, but we're going to be doing belly bands. We're going to be doing envelopes. We're going to be doing little love letters. We're going to be doing, embellishments. Um, if I need to break it up, I may even just do a solid page and then put something where journal lines so somebody can write. Um, so that's going to be coming next. So that will be tomorrow when we do that. Okay. So anyway, I know it was another quickie today. Um, I might come on. Okay, so yesterday I said I was coming on at 3 in the afternoon, and then my husband's on vacation this week. So sometimes things come up and there's something we need to do together that we can't do usually. And so that's why I canceled on you. It was no big deal. I just felt bad. So I will do that. If you are interested in getting a telegram when I go live, it should work in my chat box. On Facebook, you can hit !telegram, and it should take you to the link, and you just put your number in there. And then I always, between 15 minutes and a half an hour ahead of when I'm going live, I you'll get an alert on your phone. Just make sure you have the notifications turned on. And that's what a lot of people are doing. Because I do not have a set schedule because of just where I am in the world with my life right now. So it's, but I try to come on if every day. I try to come on 4 to 5 days a week. Let's put it that way. Okay, Agatha, can you let me know if that worked before I go? Because I can't see it on my end. Everybody else can probably see it. I'll wait for that before I go. Here, let me come back up here. Yeah, let me know. I think it is working though. And I'll tell you what, when I get off of here, I'll go post it again on my main Molly Young Artist page. Nothing? Okay. Let me go and look at why that's happening. I will go and repost it on um my page as soon as we get off. So if you wait 20 minutes and go to Molly Young Artist on Facebook, it will be right on my main page above my live replay that we're doing right now, okay? Um and then I'll go in and try and figure out my notifications. Okay, whatever's easier for you, but I am gonna go do that. And then I'm gonna look at what's going on with chat box. Okay. So guys, this has been fun. We got an awful lot done. I mean, I did a ton of prep work, as you could see. Been down here for a long time this morning. Um, and we'll figure out what to do with the cover, but maybe we'll leave it alone. I'm not sure. But anyway, I will let you know if I'm coming on this afternoon or not, because I'd like to continue to work on this, but let me go see with hubby if we have anything we have to take care of or not. And then I'll post something up on Facebook or you'll just see me live. Okay. All right, guys, I will let you go and um I will talk to you later. Thanks for coming by. Bye.